You know the feeling. We've all been there. You spend all this time crafting the perfect plan. I mean, every single detail is nailed down, and then, poof, it all just falls apart. So let's get into it, because what happens next, that's the part that really matters.
To really dig into this, we've got something kind of special to look at, the actual worksheet of a student named Carlos. He was given this task to think through what happens when things go wrong, and his answers, wow, they're so honest. They're like a roadmap for how we can all handle failure a little bit better.
And that's really the core question, isn't it? When life knocks you down, what's the secret sauce to getting back up, maybe even coming back stronger than before? Well, following Carlos's journey here gives us some pretty powerful clues. Okay, first things first. Before you can even think about rebuilding, you've got to deal with the immediate aftermath. You know, the emotional fallout when a plan just completely blows up in your face. So check this out. What's so fascinating here is how Carlos breaks down his feelings. When he was asked what a setback feels like, he didn't just list the obvious stuff like, sad or frustrated. He threw in some really surprising ones. I mean, look at this mix. It's a total cocktail of emotions. Right alongside annoyed and frustrated, you've got excited, thrilling, and challenging. And that right there is such a key point. Failure is never just one thing, right? It's this messy, complex mix of feelings. And just admitting that is the first real step to getting through it. In this quote, this is where it all gets super real. He connects that word challenging to his own life. And how relatable is that? That feeling of being brand new at something and knowing basically nothing. It's tough, for sure. But by calling it a challenge, he's already changing the story in his own head. Right, so once you've faced the feelings, how do you actually shift your mindset? This is where we start building a new playbook, some new rules for, failing better. So Carlos pulled out these 3 absolute gems. They seem simple, but man, they are deep. Rule 1, don't quit too early. Stick with it. Rule 2, there's no such thing as failure. It's just a result. It's data. And the big one, the past does not equal the future. What happened before doesn't get to decide what happens next. All right, so you've got your head in the right space. Now what? What do you actually do when plan A is officially, toast? This is where the creativity kicks in. So Carlos dives into this classic scenario, a real big dream meets empty pockets situation. You want to start a business, but you have 0 money. A lot of us have been there, right? So, what's the play? And he lays out 2 totally different options. Plan A is the bootstrap method, right? Sell your car, sell your PlayStation, you're all in, making sacrifices. But Plan B, that's different. That's when you bring someone else in, borrowing money from a friend. Both could work, but whoa, the risks are worlds apart. And this next part is it's pure gold. His take on the risk of Plan B is so honest and honestly pretty funny. He's not just thinking about the money, he's playing out the entire disaster movie in his head. The social shame, losing his friend, literally skipping town and changing his name. And that's the real takeaway here. Thinking about a Plan B isn't just about logistics, it's a gut check. It makes you ask yourself, what am I really willing to risk for this? It's a total moment of truth. Okay, so we've worked through the emotions, we've brainstormed a creative pivot. Now we get to the final piece. How do you build a plan that's stronger from the get-go? Because, a great idea is just an idea. A really solid plan, well, that's something you have to build piece by piece. It takes structure. It's an active process. And one of the absolute best tools for that is something called the SMART framework. It's basically a system for taking a big, kind of fuzzy dream and making it real, something you can actually work on. So here's how it works. Your goal has to be specific, no fuzzy stuff. It's got to be measurable so you actually know when you're making progress. It has to be attainable. Is this actually possible right now? Be honest with yourself. Relevant. Does this goal actually matter to you and your bigger picture? And finally, timely. Give yourself a deadline. That structure, that's your secret weapon against a plan that just kind of fades away. So when you put it all together, what we really learn from following Carlos's thought process is this. Planning isn't about creating a perfect, failure-proof future. I mean, that's impossible, right? No, a good plan and having the courage to think about plan B, it's really all about giving yourself clarity. It's about knowing which direction you're pointed, even when the road gets rocky. It gives you a much better view of the horizon. So the only question left is, what's on yours?